Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode with me, Couch Potato. This time, taking over Napoli. Recently, they've been probably runners-up, third place, best, qualifying for the Champions League. They never seem to win anything really. I can't remember a time when they did win something. It's for a team like Napoli with some of the history they have. It's maybe concerning to the fans that they've not won anything for a while. I mean, they might have won the odd Italian Cup here and there, but the league, or even going far in the Champions League, I mean, let's have a look. History. So the last time they actually won Serie A was in 1990. So they won it in 87 and 1990. But then after that, especially in the 2000s, they've been runners-up 4 times. The last coming in 2019, and third place in another 4 years then. So they've been challenging, but with the dominance of Juventus over the last, give or take 10, 11 years, apart from the last season or two, I can't even say they've been close, I imagine. I mean, Juventus ran away with the league every year. But hopefully that's something I can change. Then you're going to Europe. The European Cup, they've got one, but it's in 89. So around about when they were winning the leagues. And the Italian Cup, they've got 3 wins in that since 2000. So 2012, 14 and 20. So not too long ago, really. But apart from that, they've not been runner-up in 2000. So the 3 times they got to the final, they've won it. Good record, really, for them. But they could do with winning more titles. Is there anything else on here? The Super Cup, they've won it once and lost twice. Apart from that, they haven't got too many trophies in the cabinet, to be honest. So I'm wanting to maybe get another win in Serie A, 2 or 3 maybe. The Italian Cup, I mean, I'll take it if I can't win anything else. But I want to try and win the Champions League. It's something they've not done. Or something they may have done, because it could be the old Euro Cup. But we'll see. We want to win that Champions League. We want the honour of it. On to the tactics. So I've gone for a standard 4-2-3-1 formation. Very attacking, I think. I mean, I've got a ball-winning midfielder. But I want to attack. I want to exploit Wishman's pace. I mean, he's got 19 pace, 16 finishing. His composure, 14, and it could be better. Off the ball's 19. Acceleration, 17. So we want him running in behind. But we also want these other 3 players, attacking players, to be taking the attention of the defenders. So we've got Lozano. He's not a bad player himself. He's pretty fast. Good at dribbling. His finishing's pretty decent. His crossing's pretty good. His composure's good. His flair's good. Off the ball's good. So he's going to be a handy player to have on one side. Politano on the right side. Okay, an Italian player. 4 caps for his country and 3 goals. So it's not a bad record. I mean, he's 27, but still, still a good record. 3 goals in 4. And his stats are pretty good as well. So his first touch, his finishing, his dribbling, his crossing. He's pretty good at corners if we need him to take that. Off the ball. He's going to come in handy as well. I mean, natural fitness 16, so that's handy for a winger, because we want him up and down that flank. And Zelensky. I mean, he's a central midfielder that can play centre attacking mid, which is where he's going to be playing for us. And he's pretty decent as well. His first touch, dribbling again. Vision, teamwork, passing, which is what I want him to be doing. I want him to be passing that ball in between the lines for any of the 2 wingers and my striker. And then we go back down in defence. We've lost Koulibaly and replaced him with Kim Min-jae, who I've just realised can't be registered because of the non-EU players. So that could be a problem. I might try and loan him out, or think about selling him maybe. How much did they sign him for? We're signing for 2.6 mil, so it's not too bad. We'll see. He's a decent defender. I mean, he's not Koulibaly good, but he's good anyway. I mean, he should come in handy in this league if we can register him next season or the season after, if we loan him out, or we'll see anyway. Okay, on to what they expect. So, the club culture to sign players from domestic rivals. It's probably why they're not progressing very far, because realistically they're just going to be signing players that the other clubs either don't want or the lower teams can't keep. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. Okay, I always like a younger squad anyway, so that will come in handy. Play entertaining football. I do think this formation will be entertaining for them. As I said, my aim, I want to try and win a league, but more importantly I want to win the Champions League. So if it happens by using all these in the club culture, then so be it. If not, I'm not too fussed. I mean, the club culture can change if you start winning things. But the 5-year plan: increase commercial revenue, maximum 1-year contracts to players over the age of 32, build a new stadium and work within wage budget. I mean, that's things we can do within 5 years, I'm sure. So winning titles and buying players from abroad will increase the commercial revenue anyway. Players over the age of 32, I mean, it depends who comes available, and if we need a stopgap for the 6 months or a year or whatever, and they're very cheap. Build a new stadium, I mean, we'll leave that to them if that's something they want to do, but they better not leave us short of money, because we're going to need it if we want to challenge. And we work within wage budget. We'll always try and do that anyway. I mean, it's difficult not to. So the end of current season. So qualify for the Champions League. We've got to, because we've got to win it. Reach the final of the Italian Cup is a minimum. I'm not too fussed about that. And reach the first round of the knockouts in the Champions League. Depends who we get in the group, whether we can strengthen this team, and who we get in the first round. Well, there's a minimum anyway, but we want to be doing that. So at the end of the second season they want us challenging, at the end of the third they want us to win the Champions League, and then continue to win it. But they're not aiming to win the Champions League just yet, so that could be a 10-year process for a team like Napoli. So we'll wait and see. As the table goes, we are 5th favourites to win at 12-1. Roma are above us. They're 4 favourites. So this is going to be an interesting league. I mean, Lazio are quite dangerous, and Atlanta can be dangerous with their players. So there could be a top 6, 7, maybe even 8 in this league, depending who strengthens with what and if they bring anybody in. Anyway, I'm going to skip to the end of the transfer window. Let's find out who we can get in, who wanted to leave, and see what happens. Okay, the transfer window is now shut. Let's see what signings and what outgoings we had. Start with the outgoings first. So, the first sale was Diego Demme to Bayern Munich for 10 million. I mean, he's a defensive minded player, he's 29, he was on about 65k a week. Wasn't going to get in the squad, wasn't good enough to get in the midfield because I don't have a defensive mid. And I thought it was best just to cash in. I mean, his stats are alright, but he's never going to play for Bayern Munich, so he wasn't going to get in my squad either. I'd rather they had him, so we save some money. And not just save money, we get 10 million in the bank to spend. Then had a couple of not great players. They were on quite big wages. I mean, didn't look it because of what they're on now, but they were. You just have to trust me on that one. Adam Unas. Okay, he wanted to leave at the end of his contract. I thought it was best just to cash in on him. I managed to get 3.5 million for him. I couldn't get any more. I couldn't get any clauses in there. I did try, whether it be a sell-on fee or whatever, but they were having none of it, and he really wanted to leave, and I thought it was best to get rid of him now before his price goes down in January, and we end up losing him on a free. And then we've got two younger players, one out on loan and one's just gone for 500,000. Not a lot, but we'll take the money we've got. Okay, on to incomings. We signed Lys Muse, and I only signed him because I thought he'd be worth more than that. I thought come January you might be able to loan him out and sell him at the end of the season. I thought maybe 8-9 million, something like that, just to get some money to the club. Unfortunately he's not worth a lot, so a big mistake really. But if he contributes like he did in the friendlies with 4 goals and an assist, if he gets a chance, so I'll take the chance on him because we're a bit short up front anyway. And then the big one, we only signed one other player, Eden Hazard on loan, paying 190,000 a week, which is a hell of a lot of money. There's no monthly fee involved, and we've got the option of buying him for 15 mil if we want to, which, given his wage, we probably won't. But if he can score some goals and assist some goals in the big matches, then I think it's money well spent, considering. I mean, I went into the transfer market, tried to strengthen the defence, and came back with Eden Hazard. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want to overspend, because we didn't have a lot of money anyway. But we've got Leo Ostigard, who is out on loan, and I think next season he will be on the bench for me, but also I think he will start getting into the squad a little bit more as well. And we've also got Kim Min Jae, who, if we can register in next season, will be an asset as well. So, how have we started? So, you can see we're 4th, won 1 and drawn 1. We'll find out who those are against in a minute. Excuse me. Champions League draw. Atletico, Chelsea and Frankfurt. I just want to qualify for the next round. It'd be nice to come top, but we'll wait and see. Okay, schedule. Who did we face? So we beat Lazio in a friendly 4-0. We then played them first game of the season and beat them 4-0 again. So Lozano got 2, Fabian and Zanoli, who is my centre back, I think. Well, he's a right back, but yeah, he was playing right back. He's only a young lad, but he scored anyway. So, like that. And then we drew 1-1 with Inter. So we played 2 of the top, what I'd say, 7 or 8 teams in the league. We've got Juventus next. So 3 strong fixtures to start with. Did they improve their squad? We all know how much they've spent, really. I mean, they've got Alberto Moreno in, Denea, he turned me down to go there, Moise Keane, Locatelli, Zakaria. I mean, some big signings from them. A lot of money out. I don't really know who they've sold. Oh yeah. A few big sales. But I do think we can beat them. So, like I say, we're currently 4th in the league. I mean, Monza are up there, but Roma are at the bottom. They've played 2 and lost 2. 1 against Monza, 1 against Lecce, so we can take that. And Atalanta drew with Torino. Inter Milan lost to Fiorentina, and Juventus have lost a game as well to Fiorentina. So Fiorentina are on fire at the minute. Let's see if we can push on, see what happens come the end of the season. Keep watching to find out. Season's finished. We're at the end of June. Let's go back and see how we performed in all the competitions. So, the Italian Super Cup. Let's have a look at the Super Cup. So, title holders, as you'll have just seen, it looks like we won, which we did. We beat Juventus 2-1 in the final. So we've won a cup. Good. Happy with that. Got a cup under our belt. So, I mean, Di Maria equalised in the 95th minute, but he got chalked off. So, a fairly even game shots wise, on target. Not so much for us. But, nevertheless, we've won our first trophy. Let's see how we got on in the Champions League. Did we win? No. So we weren't in the final. Real Madrid won, beat Liverpool on penalties. Did we get to the semi-finals? No, we did not. AC Milan did though, till they got knocked out by Liverpool. And Man City were in there. Quarter-finals. So we got in the quarter-finals and we got knocked out by AC Milan, which is not a result I wanted to see. Have all the teams to beat us, I'd rather it be a Real Madrid, a Liverpool or a Man City, someone like that. But it's a quarter-final. We got further than we were. They wanted us just to get to the first round where we beat Porto. So how do we get on in the groups? Let's have a look. Did we manage to top the group? Or did we come second? If we topped the group, Chelsea and Atletico both missed out. I mean, we're unbeaten. We beat Chelsea twice, we beat Atletico and Frankfurt one each, and then we drew 0-0 with them both times. So we're unbeaten. We only conceded 1 goal, so defensively, very good. Let's see how Serie A looks. Title holders, Napoli. So we've won the league by 5 points. So champions at last. I mean, it's our first season, we've got 2 trophies. So we've gone above and beyond expectations. Juventus only finished 7th. Wow, that is disappointing for them. But just shows where they are. 25 points behind me. Okay, when it comes to goals scored, we scored 82. Wow, Lazio scored 97. But we only conceded 33. Which is good going. I mean, it looks like we conceded 6 against Leeds. Bit disappointing. Well, they beat us 5-3 in one game. So, let's have a look at the squad for last season. If we can. Oops. So, as you can imagine, this is our top team. How did Osimhen get on? He scored 29 goals in 32 appearances. He got 29 in 29 starts and 3 sub-appearances. So, he's had a fairly good season. How did Hazard get on with us? He played 34 appearances, he only scored 5, he assisted 8. His average rating was a bit poor. So, I don't think we'll sign him. I mean, his wage is going to be unreal anyway. He'll want probably 400-500k. At least Muse. I said he weren't going to be in it. I mean, I've put him on an impact sub, he's still on 13,000, but let's see how he got on. He scored 6 and assisted 2. And they were all off the bench, so he never started a game. Well, that's not bad. Scoring 6 goals. I mean, as a sub, I can take that. He's gone up as well in price, so if we could get 5, 6, 7 mil for him, when we come to sell him, I'd be very happy. my young winger. He made 19 appearances. He didn't score, didn't assist. So he might not have played that many minutes, to be fair. But we'll see. When it comes to winning trophies, we've won 2. And it's not something I was expecting to say. And we've got Juventus in the final of the Super Cup, I believe. So if we can go on and win that trophy as well, I'll be very happy with that. I'm going to go away, try and improve this squad if I can, and see how I get on, see if we can go on and win the title again, maybe progress in the Champions League, and hopefully win the Super Cup as well. So keep watching, let's find out how we get on, who we can sign, who's interested, and whether we've got the money to do anything. Check back soon. With the transfer window now shut, let's have a look at the league and see how we're doing so far. So we've played 6 and won all 6, which is a good start so far. I mean, goal difference of plus 12, so quite happy with that. We'll look at what teams we've played in a second. Let's just quickly move on to the Champions League. We've got Chelsea, Sporting and Anderlecht. So Chelsea, once again, I imagine they've improved the side. They've already got Diego Simeone in charge, so they've brought in one player, by the look of things, and he's from Juventus. So they're hanging their hopes on progressing further on one player, and they've let out a few. I mean, not sold anybody major, but they've improved the squad. Quickly look at the schedule and see who we've played. So we played Torino, first game of the season, and we beat them 5-2. We then played Inter Milan and we beat them 3-2. So a good positive result there. Sampdoria, beat them 3-2 as well. Another good result. Benevento, we should be beating teams like that. Bologna, 2-1, closer than you expect. And Monza, so 6 out of 6 so far. It's looking quite good. As you see, there's a big chunk of Champions League games here. Presume that's ready for the break at Christmas, which it is. So yep, so no games in December, so they've stuffed all the games in quickly. So the season must have started a bit earlier than I expected, which it has done, which is why we've played 6 games, so that'll explain that. Okay, on to the transfers, and let's see what we've done. So we've put 6.25 million into the bank by selling Peter Petagna, something like that. Not sure how to say it. He wasn't playing, so it made sense just to get rid of him. I was trying to sign a replacement. As you can see, everybody I went for either turned me down or joined a different club. So it was quite difficult. I mean, we're the champions of Italy. We've won a cup. We got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League and I couldn't sign the players I wanted. So let's quickly go on to the players I looked at. Inter Milan signed Memphis Depay. He turned me down. I tried signing him. He went to Inter instead. So we really need to grow as a club to attract some of these players. Juventus have signed, I think, where is he? I'm sure he went there. There we go. Mark Cucurella from Brighton. Brighton got relegated. Tried signing him again. Had my bid accepted. Turned me down. Went to Juventus, and I offered him 95,000 a week. But he didn't want to come there. So it's been a bit of a struggle in the transfer window so far. I hope that the team carry on playing the way they're playing. I mean, we've only played Inter Milan really, but if we can keep scoring goals and keep winning games, then fingers crossed we can qualify for the Champions League and challenge for the title. I mean, we are reigning champions, so let's see how we progress. It's been a bit of a struggle, like I say. We've got money in the bank. Hopefully we can move on and see how far we can get. We're at the end of season 2. Let's see how we performed in the competitions. So, we'll start with the Italian Super Cup. We went on and won that 2-1 against Juventus. We looked like we dominated for shots. Possession was pretty even. But when it comes to shooting, we had more. I mean, it's just a shame we only had 9 on target. But it's another trophy. It's in the cabinet. So, can't complain at that. Italian Cup. We were knocked out in the semi-final by AC Milan. 4-2 in aggregate. Which is not too good. But, you know, Lazio went on and beat them. It's a shame we couldn't get any further. Quarterfinals once again, and we got beat by Man United 3-1 aggregate this time, so we lost 2-0 away from home, which is very disappointing. Something we should have gone further in, or at least won that tie anyway. And the league, we finished second behind Juventus by 3 points. Not a lot to say really. It was 3 points in it. I mean, goals scored, we scored 4 more. Goals conceded, we conceded 2 less. We just lost that one more game, and we lost both times to Juventus 2-0. So that's where we've lost the league really. Losing to Juventus. So, something to improve on. I mean, we've won 1 league title, we've won a cup, we've won the Super Cup, we finished second in the league, so we're challenging, we're up there. We just need to push on a bit more now, try and make some signings, and hope that it works out for the best. Let's see how many goals Oishman scored. 23 in 32 Serie A appearances. I did try to tie him down to a new contract. He will not sign it, unfortunately. I know it says he wants a new deal. He keeps complaining about it. He just won't accept the contract. He keeps saying no because of the interest shown in him. So I really don't understand that. I mean, I think he's got an £86 million buyout clause he has. So it looks like he's going to be going for that. There's not too much more I can do with him, I'm afraid. I might just have to cash in on him and see if I can get a better replacement. It's just a bit difficult to do. Lozano anyway, he has got a buyout clause. It's 111 million. So, you know, if a club wants to come and get him, they're going to have to pay that. Because he scored 26 goals in 36 appearances. I know, I'm quite impressed with him. I didn't know too much about him before we started the season. And Politano, he only got 12 goals, 16 assists. He's more of an assist king than a goal scorer. Could do with strengthening, especially the bench. We need players in every position really. So that's going to be the main aim now. Try and improve the squad as a whole rather than just certain positions in the first team. So, is the club happy? They're upset about the 2-0 defeat to Juventus, which, fair enough, so am I. Playing football, the reserve in judgment. I don't know why, maybe that's just for the new season. But we're on course to work within budget. They're not judging the minimum 4 years contracts for first team players. End of next season, only qualify for the Euro Cup. That's strange. The expectations of this board's gone down. Really don't understand why. If anybody can tell me, that'd be great. It seems a bit odd, really. I don't understand that one. But, you know, we'll move on. See what they're on about. See if we can impress them. Push further. I'm going to try and make some signings. Push this team on. And we'll have a look after that how well we can go with them. Welcome back to the end of season 3. Let's see how we got on. Firstly, I don't know if you just saw them, but we won the title once again. We won by 6 points. We only lost 3 games. Scoring 62 goals, so not that many, but we only conceded 20. I think I forgot to show you transfers at the beginning of the season. So we'll look at those in a sec and see who performed and who didn't. Okay, Champions League. Well, we can see that Real Madrid are the defending champions. We didn't get to the final. We didn't get to the semi-finals. We didn't even get to the quarter-finals. So first round, are we up there? We are. We got knocked out by PSG, 4-1 on aggregate. So we've gone backwards in the Champions League. But we've still got 2 more seasons to win that. See if we can. We've not won the cup again. Where did we get to? We were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Inter Milan, who then went on to win it. Bit disappointing, but what can we do? Anyway, on to the transfers. So we'll go from last season's transfers, and I'll just show you the outgoings. So Oishman went out. There's nothing I can do about that. He's got a release clause. He doesn't want to sign a new one, even though he's complaining. An 86 million buyout clause, and Bayern Munich came in and got him, so he had to go. Apart from that, we didn't really have a lot of outgoings. It was just that one to look to. Incomings. We signed Angelo for 19 million. That was his buyout clause. So I thought it was worth taking him. I mean, he's a wonder kid. He played 28 games, scored 2 goals, 3 assists. I mean, he's only, what, 19, 20? He's 19, so he's only going to get better, hopefully. Vitina from Braga, 35 mil buyout clause. I signed him hoping that he would be able to come off the bench to support Oishman. Obviously, then he left. But he scored 16 goals in 36 games. So it's not too bad. I mean, I expect a bit more, but we still won the league nevertheless. Then we signed this lad from Real Madrid. They had him up for sale. They didn't want him. So I thought I'll put a bit of a bid in for him and see what happens. And they accepted 36.5 mil for him. I mean, we wanted spare midfielders. I mean, his average rating's not great. He didn't play that many games because, like I say, he is just a squad player more than anything. But he can do a bit of both. He can be a ball-winning midfielder and he can be a box-to-box. He's probably better at winning the ball than he is scoring and stuff. But as he's there, He's, like I say, a good squad player to have. I mean, I wouldn't mind being a squad player at 75,000 a week, to be honest. Quite an easy job to do. Right, defender. Omar Soleil, 16.75 mil. If you ever want a good defender, you've got to go and get him. He is really good. I mean, that was his buyout clause. I couldn't get him earlier on a few years ago, but the third season I've managed to get him, and I'm happy with that. I mean, you just got to look at his stats. He outperforms my other defenders. He played 33 games, so he's not even played all the games, but he's played most of them, and his average rating 7.38. So a good signing. Manuel Garros. I got him from Barcelona for 1.1 mil. It was a approach to sign. So a free transfer, but obviously you've got to pay some money and there's clauses in it. But for a 18-year-old, he was 17 at the time, his stats are pretty good. Hopefully he'll improve. He can play centre mid. He's definitely one for the year, for a few years. But he's got 15 passing, 15 tackling, techniques 15, work rate 16, stamina's 15, pace 14, agility 15. You know, some of his stats are pretty good. Bravery and anticipation 15 each. So for a young lad, that's pretty good going. I mean, I sent him out on loan. He played 18 times, scored 1, assisted 1. I mean, I'm not bothered about his goals and assists at the minute. I just want him getting better and better. Lorenzo Luca, finally got him through the door. It's taken me a while. I like his stats, I like him on this game. Since the update, he seems to be a bit worse, to be honest. He used to be a 5-star potential, now he's only a 3.5. That could just be because of the team I was and the team I am now, with the staff and everything. But he played 37 games, scored 17 in Serie B, which you'd want him scoring more, but he only cost me 4 mil. I mean, they signed him for 2, so I can't complain at that one. And then, yes, we can all see it. I wanted a superstar in the team, and not because just to make up the numbers or keep the fans happy or anything. I bought him because I thought the shirt sales and all the merchandise would help out. I mean, at 11 mil, 150,000 a week. You know, he's not going to outrun you. But what he can do is score a goal. And he scored 17 in 36 games. And his rating was 7.22 overall. So I can't complain. I mean, Man United took a loss on him. He was on, I think, 275,000 a week. I managed to get him to 150. You know, it's Cristiano Ronaldo at the end of the day. If he's going to make me some money back for merchandise, because he is big around the world, people know him, and that's where I was going with that. He's also a leader, and I thought he'd help out some of these young players. So that was the end of season 3. We've done pretty well, to be fair. I mean, do not sign players over the age of 30. They're very pleased. We signed Ronaldo, so that makes no sense. We're still on course with the budget, the commercial revenue, the reserve in judgment for now. But when I signed him, they were happy. I mean, we've got a big transfer budget. We have some decent players interested in us. Are we in debt? Debt free, so that's always good. Total income in this month is 77 million and the outgoing was 10 mil. I think our average wage is 1.4 million. It sounds a lot, I know, but it's not too bad really, considering some other teams are probably on that weekly, if not daily. The players that are interested in us is pretty decent. We've got some good lads interested in us. I mean, Jesus being the top of it. The valuations are just, they're terrible on this game. They're so high. But we could get Mariba. I mean, 94 million. What did they pay for him? 16. He's the kind of player that most teams should have looked at years ago. But as it happens with Germany, a lot of the good players, always young players should I say, go there for experience. I'll go away. I'm going to try and make some more signings, try and push on in this Champions League. Maybe mix up the formation a little bit to see if it helps us, because it seems to be getting beat quite easily and comfortably by a couple of goals. And I'll get back as soon as the transfers are made, straight into season 4. Let's try and get somewhere. Let's try and win something else. Okay, it's the 5th and final season. The transfer window is now closed. Let's just quickly catch up on what happened last season. We finished 6th in the league, which was very disappointing. We only scored 50, but we conceded 35. And as you can see, we were 36 points off top. We lost 10 and drew 10 of the games. It was a shocking season. I don't really know what to say. I changed the tactics and it still didn't work. Yeah, I've got nothing to say about that season. Let's just hope, because we're in the Europa League, if we get knocked out early or whatever, we can go on and challenge for the Champions League. We didn't even make it out of the Champions League group stage. We finished bottom. I don't think we won a game. It was a really bad season. So we'll did we go in? Oh, we won the cup at least. So we won the cup last season. We beat Inter in extra time. So that's good, in a sense. It's another trophy. We've won the trophy, what, twice now, since I took over. So we got, I think, 6 trophies, something like that, which is not bad in 4 seasons. And we're not even going to win the Champions League this season. So I failed on that task. But more importantly, as you can see, we've played 2 already. We've drew and lost. We lost 4-0 to Empoli and we drew with Bologna. So, shocking. Absolutely terrible we've been so far. But on to transfers. As you can see, Zelensky is left for 30 million. Another player didn't want to renew his contract because we weren't in the Champions League, but for some reason he's gone to Southampton. I can only think that he's followed the money. But beating 31, I'm not too fussed about that. Another player wanted to leave, Romani. He's gone to AC Milan. Again, he wanted to be in the Champions League, so we just had to let him go. Politano didn't want to renew his contract, but he's 32, so we just got shut of him. I've cashed in on a few players and spent a bit of money. As you can see, we've signed Sebastiano Esposito for 46.5 million. I'm hoping he fire us up the league, score some goals for us. But given his history, let's see what he's done at Atlanta. 26 in 33, 16 in 36, so, you know, he's not scored in 2 games this season, but he didn't want to be there, so see if he can do anything for us. Mark Cucurella, one we looked at last time. I've signed him this time because we needed a wing back, sorry. So I've gone in and got him. It didn't cost me that much. 19 million down payment, rise up to 27. But we're not going to pay that much for him. Thiago Almada. He was only 9 mil. I thought if I can get him in the team, improve him a bit, If he scores a couple of goals, happy days. Nicolas Soule is a replacement for Romani. I think he's better, to be honest. I mean, you wouldn't have thought it with how we've started. But we've got him. He's 29. 88,000 a week, but he cost 35.5 mil. And then we went to Copenhagen and signed Rooney Buttigieg, a 19-year-old winger. So I'm hoping that he can perform a little bit in this squad. I mean, he's not great yet, but he will be. New keeper, we've got Trubin from Ukraine. He's not had the greatest starts. We signed him for 59 million. He conceded 32 in 32, and he's conceded 4 in 2 so far. So not the greatest. So I'm hoping we can improve this team slowly. Well, we need to do it quick, really, don't we? But let's see how we get on this season. I mean, they're really disappointed with me, which I'm disappointed with the team. So I'm going to go away, end this season, season 5. Let's try and win another couple of trophies, at least. That's the aim now. Qualify for the Champions League, if not, win the league. And that will be the end of this season then. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, we've reached the end of the 5th season now, and as you can see in front of you, it's been an awful season again. We've come runner-up in 2 cups, which I could have done with winning, to be honest. So, Inter Milan beat us 3-2 there. Knocked out in the quarter-final by Inter Milan. Runner-up in the Euro Cup, we lost to Dortmund 3-2. And we finished 6th in the league. We lost 13 games, which is not good enough, really. Yeah. Bit of a shocker to end with, to be honest. I thought we'd have done a lot better. We didn't. Maybe the signings haven't been good enough. I don't know. Maybe it's the defence, the goalkeeper. I mean, he's conceded 47 goals in 36 games. I don't think Merritt conceded that many. No. 35, 33, 20. So, maybe he's a better keeper. I thought I was doing well by swapping him out. Maybe I should have stuck with him. Had a bit of faith. Who knows? Was he any better? Was he shocking as well? I mean, he's had a terrible time. He was 7, 7, 7, 7, and then he's gone under 7. Only 1 goal, 6 assists. I mean, it's better than last season, but you know, the last few years he's been pretty good, especially with assists and player of the matches. What about Martin Cucurella? I mean, 1 goal, 7 assists. Not great, really. 6.79. Bit shocking. Soleil's done alright. Soule, what's he done? He's been alright and all. Not over the top. Overperformed, should I say. Just about average. Fabian, poor compared to previous years. Not 1 goal, just 3 assists. He's gone down a little bit. Anguissa, ratings last 2 years haven't been great either. So it looks like it's a squad problem more than anything. I mean, Angelo, 15 goals, 8 assists in his 3rd season. He's improved. His rating's not been great. What about Thiago Almada? 3 goals, 8 assists. Not a bad rating. He's done alright, I suppose. He could have scored more goals, really. Lozano, 11 goals. Vitina, he's gone down a bit. 7 goals in 19 games. I mean, he's probably not played that many, but his rating's poor. He's not really played. So it looks like it could be a full squad problem here. What's he scored? 17. So not amazing. I thought he'd have done better. Only 17 goals. So shocking, really. I mean, that's the end of the 5 years. Let's go to the competitions. So we've won 2 leagues, runner-up once, 3rd place once. The Euro Cup we were runner-up. Italian Cup, we've won it 3 times. What else? Super Cup, we've won once and runner-up 3 times. The under 19s were runner-up in the Champions Cup, runner-up in the Italian Youth Cup. So, you know, we've won a few trophies. What have we won? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cups in 5 seasons. I mean, 2 of them were the league. I know I wanted to win Europe, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, press the like button and subscribe, and look forward to some new ones. Thank you.